In this video, we will be talking about the Sibson's fascia. It is also known as the suprapleural membrane because it lies on the cervical pleura of the lung. It is triangular in shape, therefore it has an apex and a base. In this figure, this is the C7 vertebra. This is the transverse process of the vertebra. This is the T1 vertebra. This is the manubrium of the sternum. This is the first rib. And this is the first costal cartilage. Now, the attachments of the fascia are: the apex is attached to the transverse process of the C7 vertebra, and the base is attached to the inner border of the first rib and the first costal cartilage. In this figure, this is the transverse process of the C7 vertebra, and this is the inner border of the first rib and the first costal cartilage. So, the fascia is the structure in the green color. It is attached to the tip of the transverse process of the C7 vertebra and the inner border of the first rib and the first costal cartilage. Now, let's talk about the relations of this fascia. The Sibson's fascia has two relations, superior and inferior. In this figure, this is the C7 vertebra, this is the T1 vertebra, and this is the transverse process of C7. This is the cut section of the first rib, and the structure in the green color is the Sibson's fascia. The superior surface of this fascia is related to the subclavian vessels, that is the subclavian artery and the subclavian vein. So, in this figure, this is the subclavian artery, and this is a subclavian vein. And inferiorly, it is related to the cervical pleura. This is the cervical pleura. And the cervical pleura covers the apex of the lung. So, the superior relations are subclavian vessels. And inferior relations are cervical pleura, which covers the apex of the lung. So, this is all about the relations of the Sibson's fascia. Now, let's talk about the functions of the Sibson's fascia. It has majorly three functions. The first is that it protects the underlying structures, that is the cervical pleura and the apex of the lung. Second is that it provides rigidity to the inlet of thorax. And third, it resists the intrathoracic pressure during respiration. Now next, this is a very important point and often asked as an MCQ question, that the Sibson's fascia is the extension of the tendon of scalenus minimus muscle. This is a very important take home point. So this is all about the Sibson's fascia.